What if you had learned something in school that could change your entire financial future? What if you'd known how to make your money work for you instead of working hard just for a paycheck? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today. Many of the most valuable money lessons aren't taught in the classroom. From understanding the difference between assets and liabilities to realizing how inflation slowly steals your wealth, these lessons could have made a world of difference if we'd known them earlier. Stick with me as we dive into the top 5 money lessons schools never teach you and how you can use them to take control of your financial destiny. 1. Assets versus liabilities. Understanding what really builds wealth. Do you ever wonder why some people seem to effortlessly grow wealth while others struggle despite earning good money? The secret isn't just about how much you earn. It's about how well you manage your money and what you do with it. A key element of building wealth lies in understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. In school, we're often taught that having a steady job and a regular paycheck is enough to ensure financial success. But what schools fail to teach us is that real wealth comes from owning assets, things that generate money and grow in value over time, rather than just earning a paycheck. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. These are assets that generate income or appreciate over time, such as rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or businesses that provide ongoing profits. These assets continue to generate income and increase in value over the years. On the other hand, a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. For example, car loans, credit card debts, or expensive designer clothes are liabilities because they cost you money without bringing any returns. What's the real lesson here? Wealth isn't built on having a high salary. It's about accumulating assets that generate consistent income or grow in value. If schools had taught us this, we would have understood much earlier that real financial success doesn't come from earning a paycheck alone. It comes from building a portfolio of assets that work for you, rather than relying on liabilities that drain your resources. The next time you're considering a purchase, ask yourself, will this help me build wealth, or is it just adding to my liabilities? The key to wealth is shifting your focus from consuming to accumulating assets that provide long-term growth and passive income. 2. The magic of compound interest. Turning small investments into big money. In math class, you may have learned about compound interest, but did you ever stop to consider just how powerful it really is? Often referred to as the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest has the ability to turn small, consistent investments into a much larger sum over time. But the secret to unlocking this magic is all about time. The longer you allow your money to grow, the greater the impact. Here's how it works. When you invest money, you don't just earn interest on your initial investment. You also earn interest on the interest that's already accumulated. This creates a snowball effect where your money continues to grow faster and faster over time. Imagine investing just $1,000 in your early 20s and earning a modest 6% annual interest. After 10 years, that $1,000 would have grown to $1,790, almost doubling your money just from the interest. Now, if you keep that money invested for 20 years, 30 years, or even longer, the growth would be even more substantial. The beauty of compound interest is that it rewards patience. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Schools rarely teach us how powerful compound interest can be. But once you understand how it works, you can see why starting early makes such a huge difference. The key takeaway? Start investing as early as possible. Because the longer you wait, the more you lose out on the magic of compound growth. 3. Good debt versus bad debt. The wealthy use debt to their advantage. We've all been told that debt is bad and that we should avoid it at all costs. This idea is so ingrained in our minds that it feels like a universal truth. However, this is where the traditional school system misses the mark. Not all debt is the same, and understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt is crucial for building real wealth. Bad debt is the kind of debt that works against you. It's the high-interest credit card debt, payday loans, or taking out loans to buy things like cars that lose their value as soon as you drive them off the lot. This kind of debt doesn't help you build anything meaningful. In fact, it drains your resources. The more you pay in interest and fees, the further away you get from financial freedom. On the other hand, good debt is used to acquire assets that can appreciate or generate income. For example, Borrowing money to buy a rental property or using a business loan to expand your business are types of good debt. These debts are investments because they help you acquire assets that create wealth, not just liabilities that drain your cash flow. With good debt, you can use borrowed money to generate income and grow your wealth over time. Sadly, schools don't often make this important distinction. Instead, they tend to teach us a no-debt mentality. In fact, the wealthy use debt as a tool to build wealth. Learning how to use good debt strategically can make all the difference. It allows you to leverage borrowed money to invest in assets that appreciate or provide consistent income. Once you understand how to use debt wisely, you'll see that it's not something to fear, but something that, when used correctly, can help you grow your wealth. For inflation is a silent thief. Protect your money from erosion. Have you ever been told to save money? While saving is important, inflation slowly erodes the value of the money you save. If you're just keeping your cash in a savings account earning low interest, you're actually losing money over time. Here's how it works. Let's say inflation is 3% a year, and your savings account is only earning 0.5% interest. That means even though you're earning interest, the real value of your money is shrinking every year. Inflation increases the price of goods and services, but your savings won't keep up with that increase unless you invest in something that grows faster than inflation. So what's the solution? Instead of parking your money in low-interest accounts, invest it. Stocks, real estate, and other investments can grow faster than inflation, helping your money retain its value. Schools never teach us about inflation's impact on savings, but once you understand it, you can make smarter financial decisions. To truly build wealth, you need to think about how to protect your money from inflation, not just save it. 5. Budgeting, the roadmap to financial freedom. How many times have you heard someone say, "I can't afford that"? It's a common refrain. But what if you could make sure your money goes exactly where you want it to go, instead of wondering where it all went? That's where budgeting comes in. Budgeting isn't about restricting yourself. It's about giving every dollar a job. Schools often paint budgets as a way to limit spending, but in reality, a budget is your financial roadmap. It tells your money where to go, so you don't have to wonder where it went. One popular budgeting method is the 50/30/20 rule, which allocates 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. This simple framework allows you to live your life, enjoy the things you want, and still build wealth over time. Budgeting isn't just about saving money. It's about creating a financial plan that gives you control. Once you see how budgeting works, you'll realize it's not about restriction. It's about freedom. And the earlier you start, the more empowered you'll feel in managing your finances. There you have it, the top 5 money lessons schools never teach you. From understanding the difference between assets and liabilities to realizing the power of compound interest, these lessons can help you take control of your financial future. It's never too late to start making smarter money choices. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on managing your finances and building wealth. Let me know in the comments which money lesson you wish you had learned earlier. I'll see you in the next video.